Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Redskins coming in at 5-8, going up against the Panthers, who come in at 8-5. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one. On
the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a guy who, of course, started all 16 games last year, led the Redskins to the playoffs. He's in his 5th year now for Michigan State. It's Kirk Cousins.
And it's his team. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Remember, he had a pitched battle with Robert Griffin III. And head coach Jay Gruden selected Kirk Cousins. I felt like he trusted him more. Thought he was more consistent. That was his guy. He made a big move in that direction, and Kirk Cousins rewarded his faith.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. First offensive series forthcoming. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver that certainly needs no introduction in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
Here we go. 3-19.
Again, they run with Sims. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Startulele is a former first-round pick who's starting to round into form, becoming one of the better run stoppers in the league.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers. Get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
Fresh set of downs here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ah, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it again with Sims. Evades the tackler, and now some space. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
And now a first down following that long gain.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Second down now after the incompletion.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, Cousins finding time. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Auburn man, Charles, hard to believe, already in his 6th year now, Cam Newton.
And every eye in the stadium goes to him as soon as he appears, doesn't it? There are very few players that have that type of effect. Doesn't matter whether he comes out for warm-ups, whether he's come out for the game, to start the game the first time on the field. All eyes on number 1, and rightly so. He may be the best player in the game.
On 1st and 10, Newton. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Newton on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Kelvin Benjamin has to be a feature of this offense that's on your screen now.
Definitely a #1 receiver, a huge target with some speed. It's almost like go-go gadget when he goes up to get the football. No matter how you defend him, he can go just a little bit higher.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Panthers defense, they make their way back out there now. And a field goal surrendered the last time out. Just by and large, are field goals wins for the defensive side?
They certainly are in today's football because offenses are so tuned up and usually have the ability to strike almost at will that when you're only giving up 3, you feel like it's almost like basketball. You're trading, right? I give up 3 on my end. I'm counting my offense to get 6 on the other, and that is a win.
Yeah, it's a win for the kicker, too, I guess, if he makes the field goal, right?
No doubt about it. He feels good about things, but his team feels like they settled.
And he's got some space here. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Washington 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they run with Sims. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Sims. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
To throw, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Charles Johnson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Now on 4th down, the 2014 NFL leader as a rookie in yards per punt, Tress Way on to kick it. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah,
there goes Jonathan Stewart. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On the ground, the drive starts with Sims. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this is caught by Jackson. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here we go now. 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. One quarter down here on a frigid December night. 7-3 the score. We'll head back to FedEx Field after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. A play fake to Jones. Now Cousins. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Carolina getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Stewart is the lone setback. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. It's caught right side, Dixon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd.
Wake up. That's it. 180.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the drive begins here with Sims. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 2nd down, Cousins. Brought in over the middle by Grant. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Play action now. Cousins got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
First down throw for Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Sims. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Defense showing blitz. Cousins now on 2nd down. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one, right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll run here with Sims. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Matt Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
Newton on first down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. To throw on second down is Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
3rd and 2. Newton. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Corey Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Gano for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. They struggled that last drive. They were kind of hit 2 ways, both with the run and the pass.
And I love how you brought hit into it, because a lot of defense coordinators like to show a little cut-up film the night before a game. They usually have some...
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now following the interception, and they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. They dial up the corner blitz hits that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Newton throwing again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They'll come out in the pistol. Newton on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gano's kick is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Here we go now.
A handoff to start the drive to Sims. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Redskins have done some good work defending the pass. The Panthers had a lot of success throwing the football last week, but the same throwing lanes haven't been there. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Panthers on offense, first quarter winding down. Stewart's going to cruise off the right side, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. They're now on top by 4. 3rd down from inside the 20. Jones is going to look for space, and this run goes for a touchdown. They go ahead by 3. Third down, inches to go. Newton's got the completion here, and this long run goes for a touchdown. They're now on top by 4. Offense now with the shot after the pick. They're going to get to the QB once again. This will go for a loss of 8. So that'll do it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We're going back under the lights for the second half of this Monday night matchup.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game at Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the I. In motion right is Benjamin. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Newton now to throw. And Ginn's got it. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On 1st and 10, Newton. Ginn has it complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on second down is Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So there on that play offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inch inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down. I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now they pitch it. It's Stewart. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Sua Craven's the second rounder in there for the tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Gano's kick is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Panthers defense as they get set to go again. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Cousins now on second down. He's got time. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's got time in the pocket, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that'll make it third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Cousins to throw it to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Jonathan Stewart getting set to go as he trots back out there. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in how their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
10 yards still left on second down.
180, 20, wake up.
The play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. He's got the second team All-Pro from a year ago, Greg Olsen. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Newton gives off to Stewart, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Tackle made that time by Chris Baker.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Second down following the run. Stewart is the lone setback. On second down, here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But Sunday, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here we go now.
Cousins on first down. Over the middle to Garcon. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second down now after the pass completion. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. A dump off to Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
First down, here's Cousins. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, Cousins again, surveying the field. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On third down, Cousins. Jackson's got it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. Jordan Reed has it. 5 yards on the pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Shift together here from the D-line. Cousins now to throw on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll be first down, Washington.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Red zone opportunity. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Cousins now on second down. Over the middle to Garcon. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. Green 30.
Here's Sims on the run. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Third and goal for Cousins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Darryl Worley, the rookie, picked it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
We get a glance at the Redskins defense as they go back out there now. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which would be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over? Stewart is the lone setback. He'll get the football here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
20.
This is Stewart again. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. So Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they were the NFC champs last year, number 2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line that could move people in the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, big Cam Newton could be a short yardage guy. And remember, their head coach, Ron Rivera, a defensive guy. They love to run the football. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Back to throw, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
This will be fielded at the 17. Oh, he shifts past him. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
All right, here we go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. And they're going to speed things up here.
All right, here we go.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders. And Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Jackson with a grab over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Again, it's Cousins. It's brought in by Jackson. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Cousins to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Cousins again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Here we go now. 3-19.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by the rookie James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Stewart is the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Whitaker. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Andy Lee now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. We get a look at the Panthers defense now. And the interception the last time, their 3rd takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Cousins. This is caught by Jackson. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate, but the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Carolina getting set to take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. They come out here in the eye. The busy night continuing for Stewart. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Carolina, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.